I've talked to you about this long list of deplorables in Donald Trump's incoming cabinet. It's a very long list. I can't rehash the entire thing now, but just to remind you of some of the conspiratorial types that are going to be part of Donald Trump's cabinet. We've got Deputy Secretary of State John Bolton, who went on Fox News over the weekend and said that he thinks that the entire Russian hacking of Democratic emails before the election might have actually been a false flag perpetrated by the Obama administration. He'll be Deputy Secretary of State. I've told you about Ben Carson, who's the neurosurgeon who will be running housing and urban development. He's also parroted conspiracies that, for example, the Egyptian pyramids were built by Joseph to store grain and that the LGBT rights movement is just a communist plot. And then there's former General Michael Flynn, Trump's incoming national security advisor, who has repeated rumors that Hillary Clinton might be involved with occult practices and pedophilia. All of that pales in comparison to one of Donald Trump's latest appointments, what I like to call a Fox News appointment. I'm talking about incoming Deputy National Security Advisor KT McFarland, who last worked in government during the Reagan era in communications. The last 10 years, though, she's been a Fox personality, and she reportedly got this job because just walking around in the hallways of Fox News, she met Donald Trump's two oldest sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, and I guess that qualifies you now to work for the Trump administration. Here's her big theory. Back in 2006, KT McFarland ran for Hillary Clinton's Senate seat, and she claimed that Hillary Clinton was so afraid of KT McFarland that she was using helicopters to spy on KT to keep her under surveillance and know everything that she was doing. Can you imagine the Deputy National Security Advisor, someone who publicly made up that a member of the Senate was keeping her under helicopter surveillance, is going to be the second in command to the president when it comes to national security? By the way, what can you even really find out about people from a helicopter? It's sort of a weird way to find dirt on people other than like where they physically are. Don't we need some kind of psychological stability test for people who will be serving in these administrations, Rachel? I know that people are often opposed to testing anybody for anything because it's discriminatory, but if you're going to be serving at this level, don't we want to know that you're at least fundamentally stable psychologically?
There should be some test in place for that, but in terms of what she believes for national security, she's pretty much a hardliner, and it's definitely streamlined with everyone else that Trump is picking in terms of surveillance of Muslims, relations with Iran, and defense spending. So she fits in perfectly there. She just may not be mentally stable.
Yeah, right. She has all of the normal views of the Trump cabinet. And in addition, as a bonus, she thought Hillary Clinton was using helicopters to spy on her. We need to get used to this, guys. I mean, we've got Republican control of Congress, House, and Senate for the next 4 years, in addition to the White House. If Trump makes some Supreme Court picks, which he's expected to do, we're looking at 30 to 40 years of influence over our country with these type of nutty selections. And the really scary part, and this is why the fundraiser that we're doing at davidpakman.com/donate is so important. Corporate media is totally normalizing what's going on. Almost every single one of Donald Trump's elections are either total lunatics and or fundamentally dangerous to our country as people in positions of power. And corporate media has normalized it. They pretend Trump is like a normal guy to be president. They pretend that these selections are even remotely in the world of sanity. We have to fight the normalization of this. Trump is not a normal president. This is not a normal cabinet. And for all the Trumpists who tell me, oh, David, you're just upset that, quote, your candidate lost. Tell me how these selections will make America great again for you. Tell me specifically for you, based on your socioeconomic status, based on where in the United States you live. How will these selections make America better for you?